Happy Flosstube Friday, friends. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 89. Yay! Happy Friday. Happy December 22nd to you. The year is almost through. It is the busy, like super busy week coming up, but I'm here real lickety-split just to check in with you, give you a little update about what I've been working on this past week, and just say hi. And because I've missed you, when you do daily videos for the 12 days of Stitchmas, and then you don't come back until you're back to your regularly scheduled programming, which is every week, you're kind of like a little disheveled. At least I am. Anyway, I'm here today. Let me go ahead and spoil this one. I don't have any stitching for you. Yep, that's just the moral of the story. I did do a little bit of stitching on a couple of the projects I've showed you last week, but nothing astronomical, no big progress. As you know, stitching is slow and steady, so there was nothing really so I didn't bring it to show it to you. But what I do have is knitting galore. Anybody recognize this? Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute. As I like to do, let's run through my table of contents. It's going to be real quick, short and sweet. The video's not, but my intro is. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about today. So today, like I said, no stitching, no whips, but I do have a finish. Spoiler, 12 days of Stitchmas. Fa la 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 la. Finish. But I want to share with you. I have two knitting projects to share with you. One is on my person right now. We'll talk about it. And one is in my new bag that I cast on and started this week. So we've got that. And then I'm also going to talk to you about the new, Kari just came up with it last week on a random Instagram live. What was I doing? I don't know, but we're going to talk about it. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. Yes, now I saved this, and yes, you can see. Patrick said, you have some threads to cut. Well, you can't cut them. I have to weave them in. And yes, shocker, there's threads already from stitching. Yep, handmade. There's a little bubbly boop. But so I haven't weaved in my ends, but I decided that today was the day I was going to show you my Calliope sweater. This is my Calliope sweater. And I do have a little tank top underneath, but I love this yoke. It's beautiful. I love it. It's my second sweater. I'll back you up. Don't look. So you can see it's right about at my top of my jeans. Love it. It is so comfy. It is that was fun, wasn't it? I don't have the yarn. I've talked about it. I've been knitting it for months now. So I'm not the super fastest knitter because there's so many other things that I do, right? So, but I love this and it is so comfy. It is a cotton cashmere Barocco yarn that I got on sale, like half price. That's the only way I would have got that. At my local yarn shop. I got it last Black Friday. So, but I love this chart. I don't have a Ravelry page. I have a Ravelry name. I'm going to work on it. But the moral of the story is I love this one. It was a free chart from Espostrico and it's beautiful. It's a DK weight. Yep. Still have to do it. And I love anyway, this is my sweater. I love it. It's so cozy. It's like a sweatshirt sweater. At least with the cotton and the cashmere and the comfort and the oversizedness of it. So fun. Okay, so sweater number one. Did you get it? Did you get my little Vogue moment? Was it awesome? Yeah, I know. And then I showed you, remember a couple months ago, I feel like it was yesterday, but it was not. Patrick and I went on that, the sheep, and we saw the sheep and the farm and the stuff. So fun, right? And then we went and we toured Cestari sheep. Okay, so both of these. See my little, Let's see if I can find you one. Okay, so we went to the Cestari sheep farm. So cute. And it says Churchville, Virginia. I don't think Verona. I don't know. Down in the Shenandoah. Down in Staunton, nearish. Down southwest Virginia. Beautiful sheep. Francis the shepherd. It was adorable. And I bought a sweater's quantity worth of yarn, right? But I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Well, hold on. Okay, so I also got this book last Black Friday when I was at my LNS, I think. And so, because I was just, you know, books are fabulous. I love Ravelry. Don't get me wrong. Love Ravelry. Ooh, tongue twister, eh? I love Ravelry and it's the rabbit hole you can go down forever. But I do love the tactileness and the color pictures. I can't show you, but the color pictures, just beautiful, of a nice hard copy table book. And this had rave reviews. Lots of people that they've been doing a 52 weeks series for a while. And so as I'm a new beginner knitter, I definitely consider myself still a newbie. I liked the easy knits concept. I love this marled sweater. So that I think is one that I do with my Legacy Fiber Arts event that we opened during the 12 days of Stitchmas. But in the meantime, I found a sweater, and let's see if I can remember what page it was on. I looked at it like a few times so I can show you. Yes, okay. So here, I can show you. There it is. So that is the sweater that I'm knitting. It's called the Spiresi. No idea. No idea. So I did a gauge swatch. I showed you guys the gauge swatch last week, I think. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, we're just going to go with that I did. And so the gauge swatch was last week, and then I cast it on. This is going to be a test. Ready? I'm going to do this live. I haven't done it yet. Like, I've just been knitting. Does it go over my head? Not with my glasses. Look. Okay. I still have lots of increases to do, and this may be the back versus the front. Who knows? But here we go. I started my sweater. It's going to be so great. So it is a simple 100% wool. This is not superwash, but it's the Ramberlay wool from the sheep that I saw, and so cute. So it is not itchy. It is not like, you know, the itchy wool of your grandma's, Irish Scotland sweater. It's not that. It's so soft. And you can actually like feel the lanolin, which is sheep talk. I don't really know. I don't know. But you can feel, it feels really soft. I mean, it's not cashmere soft, don't get me wrong. Like apples to oranges. Apples to like watermelons. I don't know. But it's not the same. But it's beautiful wool. Beautiful wool. It blocked beautifully. It knits beautifully. I am knitting this. You guys are going to gracefully watch me take it off again. So I did do my gauge swatch. Remember, I had to go up a needle size to make gauge with the chart because I knit tight. So this is a US 9. I've got my cute little markers that Shelly got me all hooked up with. I got a little dangle, and I have the things, and I'm just following the pattern going round and round. So I cast this on a couple days ago. It's knitting up very quickly. It does, because right now I'm still in the raglan increases, so I don't have like 300 stitches on the needles yet. It's coming, and then that's when you get into the body, like you get into body land, and then you get into sleeve island. It's a thing, you know. But I'm out of the gates quick, so that's fun. So this is my sweater that I'm working on. I'm keeping it in my mama bag. Now, someone had messaged me and asked me, no, I do not have any of these bags for sale. It was so sweet of you. I was actually with my mother when I got your comment, and she was so touched that you loved her bag. Loved her art that I have now had Spoonflower print fabric. It's that denim. Love their denim thick fabric. So I had that tote fabric made using Spoonflower and her art and all the things. Moral of the story is I don't have any of the totes for sale yet, but if there's something that you guys are interested in, I can definitely do a reprint with Spoonflower and maybe add it to a January. That might be optimistic. Let's add it to the February monthly drop on the 15th. Let me know what you think about that. I am working on the 15th collection. We're not going to have a Tiger Lily update. Just let me know about the back. But that's what's holding my sweater. And I am new to this, having two skeins. Interesting, right? Okay, so that's that. And now let me talk about one more knitting thing, and then I have stitching, and then magic of editing. I have now taken my sweater color off. Okay, one more knitting topic that I want to just run past you here on YouTube in case you don't watch me on Instagram stories or Instagram all the way. But if you're on there, you need to, because it's so much more fun. I mean, it's not more fun. It's just additional fun. So last Friday after my video, I got a bee in my bonnet, and I decided that I wanted to do a live just because I was going to be packaging up all the 12 days of Stitchmas daily prizes. I had 2 ginormous tubs of all the fantastic giveaways, the grand prize giveaways and the daily giveaways. I am going to be releasing, I filmed need to edit. Lily came home last Saturday, so it's been a whirlwind. But I do have the edit. I'm going to do that real lickety split tonight. Yeah. The grand prize video walkthrough to make sure that you get that entered. Have you entered the 12 days of Stitchmas? You still have time. There's still like 3 more days for you to binge watch all the things. Submit your crossword puzzle. I think I'm up to like 400 submissions for the crossword puzzle. So the odds are definitely in your favor. I mean, it's not like Hunger Games. It's not like trying to win the lottery or something. You can still totally do it. So entering the crossword puzzle or both. Yes, entering all the daily prize giveaways because they're all fantastic. So that's what I did on the Instagram Live. Circle back. We bagged up and put it all so it's all ready to go in the individual hot pink bubble pet mailers because that's what I love. So they're all ready to go. So when I pull the winners on the afternoon of the 25th and or the 26th. That's what's looking like right now. But the moral of the story is by the morning of the 25th, make sure you have all your stuff in because who knows like how my day is going to unfold. But I'm going to do that. Yeah, entering the thing. But while I was there on Instagram, I'm sitting there chit-chatting. That's the great thing about lives is you can sit there and interact and talk about all the friends and do the things. And so we were talking. I don't have any remembrance as to how we got to knitting. I mean, because I'm doing it, I guess. But we started talking and one thing led to another. Yeah. And so I have decided and committed, and I'm excited because lots of my friends are excited to join too, to do a Beanie-A-Long. What's a Beanie-A-Long? I didn't bring a beanie. I totally should have brought a beanie. If you're a stitcher and you've ever wanted to know how to knit, listen, I am not an expert. Never will I put an expert hat on this because I am new, green, all the things, but I'm happy to share with you what I know and teach you, maybe learn some of the things from my mistakes, learn from my mistakes, learn along with me. So what I've decided, and I've got some people that want to join, so hopefully you do too, is in January. The timing is still TBD, the date, the start date and all the things, because I'm still working out the final details. But the moral of the story is, if you've ever wanted to learn how to knit a beanie, is where we're starting. January. Am I going to February? I'm testing. I'm working out. I'm doing the prototype. There's going to be an exclusive Tiger Lily pattern. I did want to use a pattern on Ravelry, but to be honest with you, I wanted to give you the flexibility of using any yarn you wanted. And what does that mean? That means I have to compose, create, write, do my own. Listen, math is, I love that side of my brain too. So I can do it. I'm going to make it super easy. Don't fret. Like, don't worry. I know counting is hard, but knitting math is not going to be hard. It's going to be very simple. We're going to do it together. And so that way, and we're actually going to gauge swatch. You don't have to gauge swatch for a hat, but I think to set yourself up for success, which is what we want. I want everybody at the end of this thing to have a beanie to put on their head and be proud of and wear it and know that you made it with your 2 hands and then you're just off with the races. I don't want your beanie to end up too big or you end up maybe too small. Then you can't even put it on your head. But so we're going to set you up for success. We're going to do it slow and steady and do it right the first time. I'm super excited about it. Like I said, I'm working on the pattern. I'm working on all the details. I just wanted to give you a heads up in case you didn't see the Instagram story that it's coming. So stay tuned, follow along, hit the bell, make sure if you're excited about it. I'm excited. Stitchers knit. Woohoo! We can do it. Yeah. Okay. That's my knitting. Okay. So what else do I have for you? So I have one more thing for you. Like I said, I do have a stitchy finish and I'm going to show it to you lickety split here in a minute. I'm going to tell you 2 more things and then that's it. Like how exciting. Well, not really, because after this little Kari monologue you have right here, which is what you really have when you're a solo floss tuber, it's just a monologue. I didn't write it. I just fly off the cuff. But anywhoozy, this week, also on Instagram, I told you last Friday that I might get Lily to come on Flosstube. Now, she's here. She's not here live. She's actually still upstairs sleeping. So let's not get carried away, friends. But what she did commit to, and we did, and I have for you, is this week, a couple days ago, we did a cookie baking day. And we do that like every year. Baking cookies is one of the things we love to do at Christmas time. And so I thought it would be super fun. Set up the camera, in the kitchen. Sure did. And I brought you along. Now, watching me and Lily cook would have been fun. And bake. We're not cooking. Baking. Baking. Totally different animal. It's all about the sweets and the cookies and the sugar and the stuff. Yes. Although Lily does like to cook. We were baking. Baking. Christmas baking. And so rather than just sitting there and having like a baking show with Lily, I on Instagram asked you guys if you had any questions for her. So fun. So I got like, I don't know, 20, 30 questions. And so after this, the rest of this show, so if you're like, oh my gosh, Kari's done talking in 15 minutes, but this video is half an hour longer, that's because there's a little half an hour show, give or take, of Lily and I baking in the kitchen. It's a comedy show, if I do say so myself. Maybe we just think it's funny. But I ask her some of the questions. We talk about some of the recipes, all the things. Now, I am going to go ahead and spoil you right now. At the end, I tell you we're going to come back and show you the cookies that we finished. We are not. We are not. We had plans to make 4 different cookies. We actually got 2 different kinds of cookies in the oven, out of the oven, like they're consumable. We've probably already, it's Friday, half of them are gone. Yeah, they're good. They're good. The other 2, which needed to chill, by the time, listen, recording and doing and all the things, by the time we were like afternoon, got to the pull the chill, we were done. Done. So the dough is still chilling. I'm just going to be honest. The hot cocoa cookie dough, still chilling. The sugar cookie dough, and it could chill up to 3 days per the recipe, so we're fine. It's gotta be great. The sugar cookie dough always can chill for like days, and roll it out and cook it, and that's fine. So this is perfect, actually, because maybe today, maybe tomorrow, we'll roll some of those cookies out, eat them, maybe take them to my mom's Christmas Eve. I don't know, it kind of works out that better that we didn't have 4 different kinds of cookies to eat all at once. That's why we spread it out. But I did want to tell you that there were no cookies at the end. No. They were good. Super good. Peanut butter good. White chocolate cranberry ones, both 2 thumbs up. Sugar cookie, I've made that 1,000 times. That's my favorite one. The hot cocoa one is the only one that we haven't done. So I can't vouch for that yet. I'll show you on Instagram. I'll tell you when we actually do make it. And I'll tell you next week too, but in case you want to know beforehand. Anywho, that's what's coming up after. But in the meantime, without further ado, so fabulous. Now, remember, if you followed along on the 12 days of Stitchmas, you know that the Tiger Lily Advent included many, many gorgeous items to complete this project. So what was, this is the fa la 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 la. There's only 2 laws, but I love to sing it. It's just, I can't not sing it. Let's just be honest. So this is the beautiful exclusive chart that my sweet friend Liz from Hello from Liz Matthews designed for the box. I love it. Everyone loves it. You can't wait for it to come out. It is not out yet. So if you did not get the Tiger Lily box, unfortunately you can't get it yet. I will have to speak with Liz. I'm going to see if I can get her. I don't know when she's planning on dropping it. Done. Whenever. I don't know if she's going to do it in March or if she's going to do it in maybe Christmas in July. I don't know, but I'm sure she'll share it eventually. So, but this is the Tiger Lily box exclusive, at least for a little bit. And it's on beautiful 16 count Legacy Fiber Arts Ada that was in the pinky, mauvey, purpley, Tony situation, right? And then we also got one of Chantel's custom boards that she and I designed and came up with. And it's like a blend of her blender board, bender board, I don't know. But we custom sized it for this chart, for this fabric, all the things. I will also be releasing here in the next day or 2 a fully finished with me video, so I can tell you, if you have this chart and you have this and you're ready to go, what's the measurements I cut my board in case you just like easy peasy. And so all I did, I'm going to show you that during the video, but I finished the board using the Hobby Lobby Tattered Angels. Yeah, that's it. I always get Katie's YouTube name. But so that one. And then I added some, because this was charted in 2 different colorways. One was the monochromatic and this beautiful chalkboardy color. And one was like red, green, blue, and chalkboardy. So you could do it 2 different ways. And then I added some, Hobby Lobby plaid ribbon. And then this beautiful, yes, I did go and buy a full bag, which don't worry, it won't go to waste. Pink ornaments, yes please. Of those shatterproof, you won't break it, but this pink was perfect. And I wanted the little ornament to be my little bobble in the middle rather than a button. It could be whatever you want. But anyway, so this is my finish. I'm so excited. So pretty, so pretty. I love these shelf setters by Chantel. So fantastic. All right, friends. So that's my knitting, my Beanie-A-Long, and my finish. And now it's the baking show with my daughter, Lily. She's a hoot and a half, if I do say so. I'm just excited. I'll have this in my YouTube forever. That's exciting for me, whether you like it or not. I love it. Okay, so I just want to wish all of my Tiger Lily family a beautiful, happy, gorgeous, happy, healthy, full of love holiday weekend with your family. If you celebrate all the things, just lots of hugs and love from me to you. And I hope you have a wonderful season. And I will be back next Friday. I'll have a couple of these other videos that I told you are coming soon. Don't forget to enter into all the giveaways that are coming. It's going to be fun. And I'll see you next Friday, friends. Next Friday, we're also going to talk about my plans. Nothing like cutting it close to the end, but I got plenty of time, right? Yeah. Plenty of time. Next week, we're going to talk plans, what I'm going to do for 2024, how I'm going to do it. Spoiler alert, my friends, the Floss Boss and Cousins, have a chart, have a hoverboard that I'm definitely going to play with. So we're going to talk about it next week, and that's what I've got. So until next time, friends, happy quilting, happy knitting, happy making, happy hooking, happy all the things, and of course, happy stitching. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. It's much better than talking about stitching, right? Because you don't
yeah, we're not going to talk about stitching in case you thought that was going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen because I don't understand any of that stuff. So.
Well, so that leads into one of the questions.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people that wanted to know, like, are you crafty? What are your crafty interests? Do you do any of the crafts? There's a lot of the questions that were about. So we'll just start with this because we kind of went there for a minute. So where do you land on the crafty?
On the crafty. Well, Mom tried really, really hard to make me a crafty person. Like, she used to have a craft room in the old house that was like a little bigger, and then I had my own corner. Did Noah have a corner?
No, I never had a corner.
Okay, Noah never had a corner. I had a corner with like all kinds of stuff. And then she would work on her side, and she'd be like, you should make something. And I'm like, yeah. But if I were to be, the answer is not really. Okay, she tries very hard, but it just does not happen.
It doesn't stick.
It doesn't stick. If anything were to stick, it would be drawing or painting. So it's not at all her side of things.
So that's more like Graham. You just don't even.
Yeah, because I used to paint with Graham.
You would paint with Graham?
If I were to do anything, I would paint and or draw something, and I'm not terrible at it.
No, you're not terrible at it.
But it's not in my regular daily routine.
Yeah. Let's make some cookies for a little bit, and then maybe we'll come back. Okay. So we're making the marshmallow surprise hot cocoa cookies. It's a new recipe.
Yeah.
That, as everyone does, you go to Pinterest and you're like, that looks fantastic.
It did.
Let's make some of those.
Do you edit pictures into your videos?
I do.
Okay, well put a picture of the thing that we saw on Pinterest.
Okay, I will totally
it's
do
right
that.
here, maybe.
Yes.
It's right there.
Oh. That's good. Okay, so that's where I put it?
Yeah, that's where I put it.
I'm going to do that.
Anyway, this is a half a cup of sugar, granulated sugar, and a half cup of brown sugar.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them how to do it.
Okay, good. They're going to be so excited. I will this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little blog recipe.
How do I lift this?
Okay, so.
How do I lift it?
So this.
Yeah. I mean, lift this up.
That doesn't lift up.
Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be a little hard, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, this is that one, not that one.
That's the old one. Okay.
Yeah.
I will we'll make a little Lily Kari cooking blog thing with all of our recipes.
Yes, because I do cook and bake. I do that.
Yeah.
But she doesn't, want to do
No, yeah, you do that. I'll go and make a quilt or knit a hat or
Yeah, I don't.
stitch a thing, and you can.
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just the sugar and the butter?
Yeah, brown sugar and butter. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, so now you're gonna add the dry ingredients. What are in the dry ingredients?
Okay, the dry ingredients. Oh, well, off camera in this little time lapse thing that she did, we added 1 large egg and a teaspoon of vanilla, and then kept mixing it. The dry ingredients is whisked together 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/4 of a cup of dry hot cocoa mix, which I found was like 1 packet of the Stitchmas was that, and then a teaspoon of baking soda.
A Swiss Miss packet is a 1/4 cup? Wow.
It almost.
Almost. Okay.
It was like right on the edge.
It
I was
was-
like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I was gonna open a new one just.
No, just for a smidge. Yeah. Good call. I approve that call.
Oh, okay, that's good because I already did it.
Okay. So there's a couple questions while you're putting them in there. It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Okay, so the one thing that made me laugh hysterically, and I already know the answer, but I think it's funny because it did get kind of reprimanded for it. So they remember, some people, back during the summer, you were in my studio and you organized my Wonder Clips.
Yeah.
You organized my Wonder Clips
Mhm.
in color order.
Yes, I did.
And our friends want to know, did your mom keep her clip color order since you organized them?
No. No, they're a mess. It took me so long to do that, and I was like, just keep them all in the same buckets, because when you use them one at a time, you're only going to use 1 bucket. So when you're taking them off, whatever you're doing, it's not going to be
Which
that
is
hard.
making 7,000 keepers. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because you're using them in order, it's
Yeah.
super easy because they all go in one bucket, and when
Yeah.
that's done, they all go in another bucket, and like
Yeah.
it shouldn't have been difficult.
But
But-
I failed.
She failed miserably.
Failed.
Like there's
Yeah. So
No.
the answer to that question, I got an F on that task. Project.
big F,
Yeah. Fail.
0%.
Fail. Okay, so then this is another question. If you had to pick a craft that your mom does
To do.
what would it be?
Okay.
Okay, you can think about while you're putting the
Well,
dry
no,
ingredients
but this
in.
is a hard question though, because you have done literally everything under the sun.
I know, so you can go back in time, because you're right, I have done everything under the sun.
She used to make. Okay, not that the keepers aren't useful. They're not useful to me because I don't.
Stitch.
Yes, stitch. That's what that's for.
You don't stitch.
She used to make notebook covers. Those were pretty cool.
Yes.
The covers that you put on notebooks, they're like fabric. Maybe we'll have a picture here.
Oh.
And the picture zone is over here. Or like the reusable lunch bags.
Oh, this.
If they're useful to me, I would probably make them.
Okay.
Or you also made like beaded bracelets, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those were cool. Like the clay. Actually, that's my answer. The clay.
When I
bracelet ones.
when I did polymer clay.
Yeah, she would make it so they would have like a design, like the Alice in Wonderland dude.
Okay.
That
so
one was hard.
the Cheshire Cat. I
Yeah,
had
she
the
made a
mat.
Cheshire cat out of clay and then made it into a little bead, and then like made a
Am
bracelet.
I putting a picture here?
Yeah, you are. You can see it for yourself. It's right here.
This is gonna take me 12 years to edit. Fantastic.
It's
Okay. Okay, polymer clay. That's your answer. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Let's put the dry ingredients in. This is. Okay, so now we're completely mixed.
Yep, and it's super thick. It's apparently supposed to be very thick and sticky, which seems about right.
Yeah, it looks super sticky.
Anyway.
And And so what are we doing with it now?
We're chilling it for at least 2 hours.
Yes, 2 hours.
I have to put it in a bowl.
Chilling is imperative
It's imperative.
for this sticky cookie dough.
It's
Imperative.
imperative.
All right, so this is gonna be a great time for you to
Answer about 500 questions.
yeah, while you do this. Ready? It's gonna be great. Okay, so do you help your mom pick out the vendors for her quarterly boxes?
Does that mean the fabric? Or the small business people?
The small business people.
The small business people, no. I've tried to pick out fabric a few times, and she'll say I never help her with anything, but the problem is she needs things done a very specific way, and I always do it wrong. So I've tried to pick out fabrics a couple times. Apparently they were the wrong ones, so I don't pick them out anymore. I have never tried to pick out a small business though,
No.
like the vendors. No.
No. Mm-mm. Maybe you can pick out fabric. The April fabric is coming. I was hoping it was going to be on the porch today. The one that I'm auditioning for the box.
Right.
So you didn't pick it, but you could approve it. That could be fun for you.
Approving it?
Yeah.
What if I don't approve it?
Well, okay. So there's lots of different questions that are like all about the same thing, but basically the moral of the story is, how is Clemson working out? What's your major? Do you love school now? Tell us the school story.
The school story, like.
Are you enjoying school? How is Clemson working? What's your major? And what are you gonna do after you graduate?
Okay.
So like,
That was a lot.
Yeah. but they're all like related.
Sure. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to remind me because I've already forgot. But school's working out good. Definitely compared to UVA, it's much better, and it's also, I went there my whole life, so I know exactly what to expect, which is very good. People, like to leave their rooms, which is good.
Right. Because they weren't doing that.
They weren't doing that. I need like a different. This is like bending. It's
Okay.
hard.
Okay, so the dough is a little more. So do you want like this?
Yeah.
Well, so we'll need that for like a final scrape though.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
the good news is it's right there.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's more better. Okay, so it's not just sticky but also heavy. Yeah, but you can tell it's sticky. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I am majoring in genetics, which is a big reason why I transferred, because I took a genetics course at UVA, which is really the only good thing that UVA gave me. Thanks, UVA. And Clemson just so happens to be one of like 19 schools in the country that has that major. So obviously
I made it.
I had to go. Obviously I had to go.
Obviously.
So I'm studying genetics with the intent of doing genetic counseling after that, which is a master's program. Do I have to, should I explain what that is? Or?
Sure, go ahead. And if they want to, they can fast forward if they don't want to know all sciencey things.
Yeah, see, this might not be interesting to most people. Genetic counseling is kind of a mix between medicine without having to go through 12 years of schooling and counseling, which is in the name. And basically people will come to you with their concerns about their genetic health. It depends on like what subspecialty you're in. There's prenatal, there's cancer, there's general, there's children, which is different from prenatal.
Right.
Sorry. And so based on what subspecialty you're going to is telling you who you're going to deal with. But they come to you and they're like, for example, if you're doing cancer, someone would come to you and be like, so my mom had breast cancer when she was 40 and her mom had breast cancer when she was 38 and my sister just got diagnosed with breast cancer. So like, is it in the genes? And if so, what am I supposed to do about that? And so then they're able to run genetic testing on you in order to figure out like what the deal is.
Right.
And then depending on that, then your whole family could be tested as well through the same provider. It's a whole thing. But so that's kind of like the gist of what you do.
So it's like a science puzzle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly like a science puzzle.
Clemson's fantastic.
Clemson's fantastic.
Living your best Clemson life. Awesome. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and get this in the fridge.
Yes.
And then we're going to move on to cookie number 2.
2 hours. Chill in the fridge for 2 hours.
Now we're going to start cookie number 2.
Yes. Peanut butter cookies.
Classic.
Is this an old recipe or is this new?
This is like a makeshift. I've made them 100 times. They're really not that complicated. It's like a chocolate chip cookie.
Well, I remember you making these. I just don't remember if this was the actual recipe.
This isn't the actual one because sometimes you make them and they're called peanut butter blossoms and you put a Hershey Kiss on the top. But I figured since we already had like a chocolate bomb of a cookie. Was that the wrong call?
It's fine.
This is just a classic peanut butter with the fork crisscross. It's adorable.
This is 1 cup of light brown sugar and 1 stick of butter.
Oh, that's it.
You forgot.
Oh, I forgot. Okay. Is your mom always so peppy?
Yes. Yes. No, it's not an act. It's like 5% an act, but it's only for the intro. Other than that,
Oh my, yeah.
the intro. Well, I've made fun of the intro before.
Happy Flosstube Friday, friends! This week I have so many cool things to do. I have a finish of this, and I started this, and I have all these flosses, and they're so exciting, and we're just gonna get right into it. Okay.
I mean, your intro's great.
Yeah, I gotcha. My intro's great.
No, that's real. It's all real, except for maybe the intro's a little.
Because we're excited. Okay. Let's see. What's it like having Kari as your mom? Is she always fun?
Always fun.
Always fun.
Yes, like 98% of the time.
Okay. I'll
Well,
take it.
nobody can be fun 100.
I can't be a fun 100% of the time, especially when I had to like teach you.
Oh yeah, no. When she was teaching me stuff, no, that wasn't fun.
No fun. But now that you're like a baby adult.
I'm a real adult. Said so on my license.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to the mixing.
Well, it's ready to be mixed.
Okay, go ahead. What we did, we blended it all, right? We blended all the dry, we told them what was in the dry. We did that.
Yep.
And then we used the fancy scoopy thing, which is like awesome sauce. And then it makes the balls perfectly. And then you just rolled it in granulated sugar.
Yep.
And now you're making the pretty, quintessential crisscrosses. Recipe only makes, it's like 2 dozen. Not really a lot. Yeah, 24 cookies.
That is a lot.
That's not a lot of cookies.
Oh well, the hot chocolate ones are only gonna make 20.
Yeah. So this makes 24. Actually, it looks like we made 26. So winning. Okay. So you're doing the crisscross. Let me find you another question. Ready? Is there a project that your mom has made that you really want her to gift to you?
Gift.
Gift, like something that's somewhere right. That's a good one, wasn't it? I was impressed. I thought that was. I'm gonna put this in the oven. How long do they cook for? 7 minutes.
Only 7 minutes.
7 to 8. So
Okay.
you think about that. Okay, so yeah. And if you need some time, we can come back to it because I know that was a stumper. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Well, I want a quilt ladder.
You want to quilt ladder?
They don't have to be the same ones. She
Oh.
has a quilt ladder over there. You can't see it. Maybe you see it in a picture over here.
Editing for days. Okay. Yeah. So you want a quilt ladder?
I want a quilt ladder.
Okay, but so do you have a favorite quilt?
Well, you've already made me a quilt. Like one. You made me one quilt.
Yeah.
My kid quilt.
Yeah. And where is the kid quilt?
It's at Clemson.
Yeah. Go. Just checking.
Ooh, you think I threw it in the garbage? What do you
No. I mean, I knew where it was.
Okay.
But it's not on a quilt ladder. It's actually.
No. Well, because there's no other quilts to put on the ladder. I feel like I need at least 2 quilts in a quilt.
Okay, so if you were gonna have a quilt made,
Oh, see, now you're getting into like hard to answer.
listen, you know, Christmas is in 5 days, so I can tell you right now there's not a quilt.
Oh my gosh.
There's not a quilt under the tree for you.
I'm shocked.
But, like, you know, there's always next Christmas. And maybe I need to plan ahead. So pick 2 favorite colors. Pick a favorite.
Well, I technically don't have a Clemson quilt.
You technically don't have a Clemson quilt.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, no.
Right?
There's only one.
I know. There's only one. Well, actually, I made one for Dad.
Yeah.
I've made 2 quilts, people. She'll never say that, but I did.
Well, those can go on your ladder.
Well, I see. I don't know where one of them went, and the other one is for Dad. So
Right.
I can't be like, hey, I want my quilt back.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. But that's just another memory quilt.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a Clemson quilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really have room for a quilt ladder in my room.
Right. No, but this is just
This is like later in life.
grown-up goals.
Grown up, yes. I want a quilt ladder
Okay.
in my living room.
Okay. I love it. Grown-up goals. Fantastic. Another thinker.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite memory with your mom? Oh, this is gonna be so moving. It's so touching. Make it a good one. Just kidding. I mean, make it real. Be real. Your favorite memory.
Well, it's not going to probably be related to crafting.
It doesn't have to be related to crafting. Not everything has to be related.
Well. Oh, I got it. You ready?
Okay, hold on. You should stand up because you might be behind the mixer.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Disney trip when I turned 13
Yeah.
with you and Graham.
That was when you turned 13?
Yeah. I turned 13. I was like, man, this sucks. But then I went to Disney, so it was fine. I was gonna have a crisis, but then I didn't have a crisis.
Okay. So it was just you, me, and Graham that went to Disney.
Disney. And I'm sure there's a picture.
Oh my gosh.
You're fine. It's fine. They're gonna appreciate the pictures.
They are, except I have to go find them all.
Yeah.
It's not like you just. Oh, okay. There's a picture.
I have the picture from Disney in print form, digital form.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
I'm sure you can find it.
I'm gonna find it. It's not gonna be a problem at all. What's your favorite activity to do with your mom? I thought for sure this answer would be like out of your mouth already.
What, thrifting?
That's what I thought you'd say.
Thrifting, yes. Well, I was gonna do a throwback.
Oh, throwback too. Do it.
The reading parties.
What's a reading party?
What's a reading party? Get out of here.
What's a reading party? Oh, a reading party. Tell
you
the
go.
people what a reading party is.
A reading party is the way that my mom got me to read books. Because I actually wanted to read them. Noah did not want to read them.
No.
So she would have her own book and I would have my own book, and then we just sit in a room and read them. That probably sounds very boring. It wasn't boring.
It probably sounds very boring. It would be one of those things we would do after dinner.
It's like a book. Yes, it's like a book club, but it wasn't a book club because we couldn't read the same books. Because I was like 8 and she was like 35.
I was not 8, yeah.
Yeah. So they weren't the same books.
But we'd have a reading party.
And thrifting. Thrifting's like a current rendition.
I love the reading party answer. That's fantastic. Okay.
Hey.
Now, oh, okay, good. The time I was going to say we're missing it, but we're not missing it. What's her date'll will tell us when we're supposed to do something.
What's her date'll?
You know, don't say her name. She'll talk. We're going to make the sugar cookie dough because we have to get that rolled out and in the
Oven. No, fridge.
fridge.
Those also have to be chilled.
What do you think?
I feel like they look a lot when it cooks.
You need another minute?
Yeah.
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 You put like,
Oh my gosh. Like a whole bottle of vanilla extract.
well, you know, can you really have too much vanilla?
Absolutely, certainly you can.
Nah. we'll just go ahead and we're gonna see what happens.
Okay, so when they're spicy.
They're not gonna be spicy. They're gonna have so much sugar on them, you don't even know. Oh, you were gonna let these burn.
I was.
Oh, I think that's perfect.
Yeah, they totally look different from 2 minutes ago.
They only cook for 8 minutes. I mean, we added 25% of time. We can't burn the cookies.
Good news is they're definitely not burnt. What does Lily think of the crafting / cross stitch community? Oh boy. Well, it's not for me. But the people who it's for, they're definitely like mega fans. Like, you guys are very committed. You're very committed to this hobby. Like, this is not just a hobby, it's like a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It is. I can't walk around with you walk around with like thread all on you and
Yes.
yeah. It's definitely a lifestyle. It's an intense hobby.
Yeah.
You either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
And if
Okay,
you
but-
like it, you're obsessed with it.
So
I'm
that's
not one of those people.
yeah. You're not a stitcher, but you
No.
have knit.
I have knit before.
You've knit
I have.
a beanie. Yeah.
Yeah.
A beanie and a scarf. Did you know in January I'm doing a Tiger Lily Beanie-A-Long?
With a Beanie-A-Long.
It's when we're all gonna knit a beanie together.
Oh, like on a live or like?
No, just like it's like social. This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Like I said, lifestyle.
It's lifestyle. So in January,
Yeah.
every week there's gonna be you need to do this.
It's
It's like a 4-part series. I haven't made it up yet. You know, but there's gonna.
Are you introducing this right now?
No, I introduced it last week.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you about it because
Right.
you've done a beanie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you and your roommate. Oh, I almost said her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do a Beanie-A-Long?
I know she definitely will do a Beanie-A-Long.
Oh.
I
Then,
feel like she definitely would do that.
then I would. But you could do a Beanie-A-Long.
I could.
Maybe it's a beanie. It's not that big of a commitment.
No.
Maybe.
I'm giving you a solid perhaps.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. So the Beanie-A-Long, the first official, because there's lots of stitchers. Because I started knitting a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And so there's lots of stitchers now who have been watching me knit and are finally ready to join the knitters.
Oh, okay.
The new, more.
Oh, so you guys are making it more of.
The
Just
community is just getting wider.
It's like an addiction. It's not a bad one.
It's not a bad one. It's much better than all the bad things out in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be floss and yarn and things. Anyway, Beanie-A-Long. Okay, go ahead.
This is a good one. Why did she say this one? Is it because it's about you?
I don't know, maybe. What is it?
What is the funniest Clemson memory your mom has shared with you and your brother?
Oh, that's a good one.
You didn't want to do that one, did you?
No.
It's right there. It's right here.
It's right here.
It's not X'd out.
No. Okay. So, what's the funniest memory?
So, I don't remember what year this was. Of course, the details aren't solidified in my brain, so she's gonna have to give the details a little bit.
I can't wait.
She was waiting for tickets to a sporting event.
Oh,
Basketball. She was waiting for tickets to a basketball event, and her and her friends. This was like a big deal. Okay, it was like basketball game of the season or something. I don't know.
No, we were actually good that year. So Clemson is football, right? Clemson is football. There's that. But this one year, 96, 97, 98, I don't remember what year. Listen.
See, this is why I don't know the details.
Yeah,
It's just-
because I really don't know the media. But one of those years, I was a student.
Yeah.
We were gonna go all the way,
All the
whatever
way.
that means in basketball. Right?
And apparently, she cared about sports in her youth. She no longer does, except for football. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not stupid. Except for football. Okay. She decided that this was like she needed to see this. Okay. So she and her friends
overnight or something for a very long time.
Yeah.
They brought a deck of cards. Okay. And they sat there outside in beautiful weather.
Winter.
Winter.
Oh, winter.
In beautiful, gorgeous winter.
Winter basketball is a winter sport.
Outside of this ticket office thingy. Waiting for tickets for I don't even know how long. Overnight, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
And they got in the school newspaper.
No, we got in the Greenville newspaper.
They got into an even bigger newspaper. Sorry, my bad.
It was not the Clemson newspaper, which is great, by the way,
Yeah,
because we might have an article writer here.
yeah.
But
I did write notes for you.
But no, this was the Greenville, the city Greenville paper.
The city paper. She got in the city paper.
City
Picture of her sitting there.
On the hippie couch.
There's on the hippie couch. I don't know that part. She probably doesn't have a picture of this, so
So I can't insert it. No, listen, that's when you had to camp out for things. There was no internet. There was no waiting for the thing and pushing a button.
there's no internet.
and doing all those things. So to get guaranteed basketball tickets as a student, you had to camp out.
Yeah.
And other people were camping out with actual like tents and things. Like
Yeah.
no.
I feel like
No, listen. If I'm going and if I'm gonna sit around for 24 hours in the middle of the front yard field of the basketball auditorium, because that's where you had to camp out,
Sure.
Little John,
Oh, no.
and you basically go around Little John
Mhm.
and the big grassy knolls area,
Yeah.
and you camped out in like circles. If I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna sit there on a couch with blankets and a hat and a scarf, and we had a table and we played
You had a
cards.
table?
Of course we did, because we played cards.
Sure.
You had
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously.
to- so yes, we camped out for at least 24 hours to get tickets for the big game.
How did that game turn out?
I have no idea. Enjoying being back in Virginia. Did you forget? I mean, you've lived here your entire life, so I'm not quite sure like
And I was always cold.
okay.
And I was always cold
Always
in
cold.
Virginia. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Lay it down for him, Will.
I am this big, which means that I am cold when it's below like 60
82.
degrees. When it's below like 65, like right now it's 68 in the house, right? 68?
69.
69. It's 69 in the house right now. And I was freezing before we filmed this that I had to go take a shower so I wasn't violently shivering through the entire video.
That's a little excessive.
I was, in fact, violently shivering.
I know. You eat more, will ya?
Well, I think I'm a little under the weather, so I think that also has something to do with it. But the moral of the story is Virginia is cold, and I don't enjoy it.
Except in August when it's 132.
I'm fine with that. You can see my light bulb go off in this time lapse, right? Time lapse?
Yeah,
Time lapse that we just did, that we definitely just did. But I remembered my funny story. So, kind of piggybacking off what we were just talking about. I did not like to eat my food.
Kind of piggybacking on the fact. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't eat food.
No. So, when I was like five and under,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Did I grow out of it? I don't know when I grew out of it. Definitely 5 and under, when we used to live somewhere else. I would chipmunk my food, as she calls it, which means that I would put it in my mouth, but then I wouldn't chew it or swallow it. It would just be there. Yeah, this is kind of a lovely little story. And I don't remember any of this except for one instance where I was eating a hot dog, but I wasn't eating the hot dog. So she's like done. She's done with this. She picks me up, she puts me on the kitchen counter, she sets a timer on the microwave for 5 minutes, and she's like, if I come back and there is still hot dog, I don't know, she's probably gonna lose her mind, but she didn't say that to me, but she's like, no hot dog in 5 minutes. When this timer goes off, it better be gone. It was not even remotely gone. I don't remember what happened after that, but no, that did not work on me. But that was a good one.
That was a good one. Because you've answered all your questions.
Yes, I have answered all my questions.
And we've given them the recipes if they want to go and make a cookie or two.
Yeah.
So we've led them down the road. And so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, the magic of TV, aka the editing, then we're gonna come back at the end and show you finished product
Yes.
cookies. I think that's how we're gonna
And-
wrap it up.
So in order to get the finished product, you can look at the recipes.